Take a brief recess and come back and issue the ruling of the court. Let me just put everyone on notice. The court's not going to tolerate any outbursts one way or the other, and if you cannot control your emotions, you may want to step outside even when I come back and deal with that in your own time. But the court will take zero tolerance to any outbursts. No clapping, screaming, no outbursts whatsoever. Deputy Gear, we're going to be on a brief recess. All rise.
It was a compelling and a fascinating hour and 20 minutes, and there are so many moments over the course of the testimony that we have heard from the witness statements that really stick with you, Jay. Obviously, Andrea Sneiderman's comments, impossible to turn away from. Herb Greenberg, her father, and Steve Sneiderman, who leveled a blistering, seething statement on his former sister-in-law.
That is right. Melissa, we're going to send it back to you in the studio while the judge takes a brief recess, and we will be back when he continues with the sentencing. Okay. And we sit here having no idea what Judge Adams will ultimately decide just a few minutes from now, which is why we heard from all of those people, including Andrea Sneiderman. And it was certainly a very different Andrea Sneiderman. The last time we heard from her was at the first trial, when she even says she was embarrassed to see that video of herself, that she was defiant and fighting back, and that she is not that person. That is not who she is. Some of the things she said is that she should have quit her job. She should have hid from Hemi Newman, but she believed he controlled her career. She did say allowing him to get close to her emotionally is a betrayal, but she insisted on the stand before Judge Adams that there was no sexual relationship between the two of them. And she pointed out that Hemi Newman has already robbed her children of their father, and to please let her remain with them to raise them. And at the other end of the spectrum, Jeff, we have Stephen Sneiderman, who had blistering words for her.
And we are taking a look at Stephen Sneiderman right now, along with his wife, who he is embracing now. And to Steve's immediate right is his father, the father of Rusty Sneiderman, Don Sneiderman. They are all from a Cleveland suburb, and their agony has been on display over the last 2.5 years, but perhaps none more so than what we heard today. He began with his statement saying, yeah, Rusty, he is the guy that many of you view as simply the guy who got shot at the daycare, but it was more than that. He was betrayed, and he used over and over the term common criminal when referring to Andrea Sneiderman.
One of the things he said is she thinks she is special. She is not. She is a common criminal. She sat in this very chair and she lied to her family and friends. She lied to the jury. She lied to you, Your Honor, he said at one point. And he also said that these were not little lies, and he referred to her pathetic narcissism.
That there had been 1,000 days since the murder of Rusty Sneiderman, and she has yet to come clean. And he also said, it is our family who must live through this daily horror that is unabated at this point. Another Google alert, which sort of drove home the idea that every time the name Sneiderman is anywhere in the web, that they immediately get that statement that, it's something they have to read about this murder.
Well, and all 8 friends and family who spoke on her behalf asked that she be allowed to remain with her children. And Stephen Sneiderman said that she should not be allowed to remain with her children. He said that parenting is a privilege, not an excuse.
On the other side, hearing some of the statements from Mr. Greenberg, mesmerizing also from Tom Clegg, who said he has been practicing law since 1971. He's never seen anything like this case. He compared it to Bill Clinton, Bishop Earl Polk, of course, and also Sam Shepard, the famous murder trial from the 1950s in the Cleveland area that became the basis for the TV and the movie with Harrison Ford called The Fugitive, the famous one-armed man.